Because of the flight delay, he said he was going to blow up the airport. The police came and we couldn't fly today. They found him, but I don't know if he's going to get arrested. When I got here, I heard him say, "Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to blow up the airport." Now that the police are here, he changed his words. They took him away. Around 2 a.m. on October 20th, a dramatic scene unfolded at Kunming Changshui International Airport in Yunnan. A man, frustrated by an 8-hour delay caused by a diversion to Kunming, publicly threatened that he's going to blow up the airport. This shocking remark quickly drew the attention of airport police. When they arrived at the gate, the man instantly changed his tune, going from threatening to apologizing and being taken away for a reprimand. Online, people had a lot to say. As soon as he got taken away by the police, he immediately got honest. He is an adult and needs to face the consequences of his actions. And think about it. An airport is a public space with a lot of people. You can't just joke around in places like that.
Have you flown yet? Now, I won't let you fly. Do you believe me? I have my luggage inside, but I'm not there. The luggage went up. There's a bomb in it. Call the police. Hurry up and call the police. Go on and fly. Come on, blow it up. I'll blow you all up.
After this threatening statement, the consequences were serious. The airport immediately took highest-level emergency response measures, deploying security, armed police, and other relevant departments. They conducted anti-terrorism checks on passengers and their luggage, causing a nearly 2-hour delay before the flight could depart. On April 15th, Beijing Chaoyang District People's Court publicly tried the case, sentencing the man, Pan, to 5 months of detention, with a 6-month probation for fabricating false terrorist information. During the trial, Pan admitted that he had been drinking at home that afternoon. After arriving at the airport, he found that he had missed his flight, and the check-in counter had already closed. When he spoke with airline staff, he was told that he needed to reschedule. Pan admitted that because of the alcohol, he couldn't control his emotions.
I didn't think it through, didn't consider it. I didn't know there would be such serious consequences. If I had known, I wouldn't have done it.
The consequences of losing control while drunk and landing in jail were a result of his own actions. Meanwhile, this next incident involves a female influencer who, in an attempt to get attention, lit a lighter on a plane and filmed a video of herself showing it off. She ended up being detained for administrative punishment, an incredibly foolish move. On the night of September 6, a female passenger claimed that it was her nth time bringing a lighter on a plane. She was caught lighting a flame in the cabin and recording a video to show off. The video sparked immediate controversy. She's sitting by the window, lowering the tray table, and taking a lighter out of her bag. In the background, you can see the flashing lights of the airport and the airplane wing. The caption is full of boastful ignorance. "Took a flight from Chengdu Tianfu International Airport, my nth time bringing a lighter on the plane." The account explicitly tags Tianfu Airport. Netizens interacted with shocks. "Such guts! Are you trying to get yourself killed?" Within hours, the video went viral but was quickly deleted. The truth soon came out. On September 8th, the Sichuan Provincial Public Security Department Airport Police issued a report. After investigation, it was revealed that the woman actually took an international flight on September 6th from Singapore's Changi Airport to Chengdu. During the flight, to gain attention and to boost her online presence, she lit a lighter in her seat and filmed a video. After landing, she maliciously edited the caption, falsely claiming that she departed from Tianfu Airport and posted it to Douyin. The police found that she had not taken any domestic flights this year, ruling out any intent to endanger public safety. But her actions had severely disrupted aviation order. She has now been placed under administrative detention. Netizens flooded the comments. If only she'd kept her mouth shut. Did she get her brain stuck in a door? Some people really think up the most ridiculous ideas, but this one just took the prize. In a bizarre incident from last December, a woman from Huchang village, Guizhou, started a forest fire. Thankfully, the fire was quickly put out that same day, but it did cause significant damage. During the investigation, local police found that the woman had confessed to starting the fire. The reason? She wanted to collect plastic water bottles left by firefighters on the mountain to sell. Yes, you heard that right. She deliberately set the mountain on fire just to get the bottles. She was criminally detained for arson. Netizens couldn't help but comment. At least she isn't running a coffin business. She's got a head on her shoulders, just used it the wrong way. This really proves the saying. Some evil people think hard, but some foolish ones come up with ideas just like that. Next, a video of an elderly man, a typical scavenger, went viral. In the video, a gray-haired man is pushing his tricycle to collect scrap. He stops by the sidewalk, surrounded by heavy traffic, acting as though everything is normal. He takes a hammer and starts smashing a metal post on the sidewalk. With a few strikes, he easily tosses it into his tricycle. The entire process is calm and unhurried, as if he's done this many times before. In the comment section, netizens had a blast with jokes. The fence next to it is also made of steel, old man. I wonder how many hundreds of cars you could collect in one street. He's thinking, who says the economy is bad? There's opportunity everywhere. He's just the tiniest link in the entire corrupt chain. But from the heart, he makes it happen. One strike and he's got his meal. The higher-ups must be thrilled, hoping he'll come back and knock another one down every month. Starting another project worth millions. This is the god of wealth. The sudden inspiration of the elderly man not only solved his own financial problems, but also an intentionally hidden nerve about corrupt officials profiteering off public facilities. A woman carrying her child went out to throw away a cardboard box, only to be confronted by two elderly men who were ready to fight over it. They had both set their sights on that cardboard waste. Netizens lamented, making money is so hard nowadays. Mosquitoes, though they're small, are still meat. Recently, a video of a woman fighting for bread at a festival in Suzhou went viral. On October 22nd, during the Chef's Day event at Suzhou International Export Center in Jiangsu, a group of elderly women knocked down barriers and grabbed bread that was displayed for a competition. The video showed one elderly woman holding several loaves of bread in her left hand while carrying a large platter in her right. Another elderly woman wasn't far behind, also leaving happily with a platter full of bread. Some even started eating the bread right there on the spot. The scene left the chefs, who had worked so hard to prepare the bread, stunned. They had never expected that their carefully crafted pastries would become the targets of the elderly women. A spokesperson for the event later confirmed to the media that there had indeed been a situation where attendees rushed to grab Western-style dishes, staff had to intervene, and future events would have increased security. The incident sparked heated discussions online. They've brought the same skills they use to snatch eggs at the supermarket. This booth was intentionally designed trapezoidal and hard to access, but they still underestimated the power of the aunties. How embarrassing! This is an international competition, and now they've brought shame to the international stage. They're not even really hungry, it's just that they can't resist free stuff. Previously, at the food expo in Luohe, Henan, elderly women were seen walking around the venue, grabbing everything they could find, their bags stuffed with goods. A blogger asked, "Isn't this just stealing?" This behavior from the aunties could be considered civilized in comparison. At one exhibition booth, a group of elderly women rushed forward, snatching everything in sight and shocking everyone around them. It's all on video. You're all bandits, thieves. You're just robbing me in broad daylight. No matter how loudly the vendor shouted, the aunties wouldn't stop. Suddenly, their backs didn't ache, their legs didn't hurt, and their hands were full of strength. Each one fought harder than the next to grab the goods. The stall owner yelled, "I'm not selling anymore," but in the end, every item was snatched away. One comment read, "To be honest, it'll probably get better when this generation's gone. People born in the 80s and 90s generally have better manners." The aunties and uncles seem to have their own money-making tricks, blocking wedding cars to demand red envelopes. If you don't hand over cash, they refuse to let the convoy move even an inch. The custom of blocking wedding cars for red envelopes isn't new in Chinese villages. It used to be just for fun and celebration, but now is turned into open extortion. The groom has no choice but to hand over a few hundred yuan just to get through his big day smoothly. Seeing this, the aunties and uncles have gotten bolder, and if the amount isn't big enough, they're not happy. When there's no wedding card to block, they find other ways, like staging fake accidents. Look at this auntie in a red shirt, pacing back and forth looking for a target. Unfortunately for her, drivers these days are well-trained and manage to dodge her every time.
This has become a profession now. Honestly, I didn't understand at the first half of the video. I was wondering what this old lady was doing, walking back and forth with something in her hand. Then, I saw the comments and realized she's waiting to stage a fake accident.
Of course, pretending to get hit by cars can be risky, but don't worry, the aunties have plenty of other ways to make money. On October 20th, in a supermarket in Guangdong, a young boy took out some money to buy snacks. While waiting in line, he placed the money on the counter. An older woman beside him quickly took it when he wasn't looking. When it was his turn to pay, the boy froze and started searching everywhere. He was almost in tears. Fortunately, the security cameras caught the woman taking his cash. She even tried to hide it behind her own stack of money before calmly walking away. After seeing the footage, netizens were furious. "Auntie, do you really need that few yuan that badly? Stealing from a kid? You've lived all these years for this?" Another comment said, "Don't underestimate that small amount. The boy probably begged his parents for it and cried for a long time before they gave it to him." Recently in Changchun, a serial theft took place at a vegetable stall on the street. A shop owner discovered through surveillance footage that an elderly woman was stealing vegetables at the mall. At first, the owner thought she was just taking some home for herself and didn't pay much attention. But later, he realized that her stealing was endless, and over the course of 8 days, she came back 4 times. On the 14th, this old lady stole a bundle of green onions. Then on the 15th, she stole 2 more. I thought 3 bundles of onions should be enough, and she wouldn't come back. But then on the 17th, she came again and stole another bundle, along with my tarpaulin. On the 21st, she came back and stole my potatoes. How can there be a second, third, and fourth time? I've already called the police. The owner said the woman had stolen a total of 4 bundles of onions, a tarpaulin, and a bag of potatoes, totaling more than 110 yuan. After seeing the video, netizens were outraged. This auntie doesn't even see herself as an outsider. She treats it like her own vegetable garden. Later, the police visited the woman and took her to the station. Apparently, she was 79 years old, and her daughter was already retired. Despite her age, she was in good physical condition and could easily carry 20 kilograms of potatoes. She seemed a bit confused mentally. Her daughter was very apologetic, saying, "She shouldn't have done this, we'll definitely let her know." But the woman herself, she was calm and unconcerned, completely nonchalant. When the shop owner asked her, "Aren't you worried someone will catch you?" she calmly replied, "If I get caught, I get caught." She didn't feel ashamed at all, using her age as a shield. The owner had originally considered settling the matter privately due to her age, but after hearing that, he got even angrier. With that attitude, she'll definitely do it again. He decided not to back down and to handle it properly. Netizens agreed. No matter how confused she is, she knows how to bring things home. You can't tell whether she's truly confused or just pretending to be. In this day and age in China, theft is rampant, even down to stealing doormats. Recently, a small business owner in the north posted a video on X complaining that her mat was stolen from right in front of her shop. Let me tell you something. We put it down at 11:06 a.m. on October 18th. By 10:31 p.m., this person snuck up and stole it. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Whoever you are, I hope when you see this video, you'll return it. What do you need it for? It's useless. Why sneak around and steal? If you have hands and feet, why don't you do something useful? Stop doing this. Be aware, everyone, there are a lot of thieves and scammers out there. In another video, a woman running a supermarket in Shanghai posted about dealing with thieves every day. She first caught an elderly man who stole a full bag of vegetables. You steal these little bits of vegetables. What won't you take? You'll take everything, and so blatantly too. I've been watching you. Yesterday you stole even more than this. The thief was caught again. This elderly man bought a bag of tomatoes, and after the transaction, he and his wife worked together to steal another large item. He was still caught by the supermarket owner. And then there's this elderly lady from Shanghai who came to the supermarket to buy vegetables, but unbeknownst to anyone, secretly stuffed her small bag with a bunch of expensive traditional Chinese medicine.
You know, you have to pay for the vegetables, but what about these? Take everything out of your bag, and that too.
Just these and some red dates. Who would have thought that this elderly lady's small bag could hold so much? She stole 4 types of traditional Chinese medicine. Despite her difficulty walking, this old lady showed that she was just as quick as any young thief. After being caught, she was embarrassed, and the police had to take her away. On October 18th, a video of a shuttle bus being blocked by a human wall outside a convention center went viral on X. The video shows a middle-aged couple deliberately walking slowly across the empty road, blocking a shuttle bus full of passengers, provoking complaints from those on the bus. Someone said, "Showing no respect for others at their age, they've lived in vain." The person filming claimed that the couple, frustrated for not being able to board the free shuttle bus from the parking lot to the convention center, decided to block the road as revenge. Netizens reacted, "This is so common in China, we're used to it. If I can't have it, neither can you." That's their logic of survival. This next elderly lady is even bolder. After buying vegetables, she sat on the bus to head home. A sudden jolt of the bus broke the egg she was carrying. The lady wasn't happy and kept arguing with the driver, demanding 10 yuan for the broken eggs. The driver tried to explain that it might have been due to the road conditions, but the old lady wouldn't back down. "The eggs were fine when I bought them, but after you slammed the brakes, they broke. How am I supposed to eat them when I get home? You need to pay for them." Netizens couldn't stand it anymore. "Come on, auntie, isn't this a bit too much? You didn't protect your own things. Just accept it. The driver didn't do it on purpose. Why should he pay for the eggs?" From these incidents, it's clear that traditional Chinese values, rooted in Confucian teachings of kindness, respect for elders, and moral discipline, have been completely undermined by decades of CCP rule. What has replaced it is a new normal of selfishness, dishonesty, and a lack of respect. Many of these elderly main characters come from the Cultural Revolution generation. They grew up in a society drenched in class struggle rhetoric, which led to a breakdown in social trust. From the Cultural Revolution's destruction of the Four Olds and the erasure of millennia of moral teachings, to the long-term neglect of spiritual development in favor of materialism, to the economic divide created by rapid economic growth, these factors have magnified despair at the bottom of society. Traditional values of frugality and saving have now become twisted into an addiction to theft and greed. The CCP's destruction of values has not only buried the wisdom of ancient sages, but has also corrupted human nature.